Little people, big world fans surprised by Matt Roloff's new look. Hello viewers, I am Alana, welcome back to my channel. USA Daily History for Roloff family latest news update. Please subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon. For years, fans of Little People, Big World have followed the lives of the Roloff family through their ups and downs, family milestones, relationship changes, and personal growth. One of the most constant figures in the show has been Matt Roloff, the hardworking, sometimes stubborn, always driven patriarch of the Roloff clan. But recently, Matt sparked a wave of buzz and surprise across the LPBW fandom by debuting a brand new look that has left fans doing double takes and flooding social media with reactions. Whether it's a new hairstyle, a wardrobe shift, or a noticeable transformation in demeanor and appearance, Matt's updated look is more than just a cosmetic change. It seems to reflect deeper personal changes and a shift in how he presents himself to the world. Fans are asking, what prompted this transformation? Is it connected to his life with Caryn Chandler, his recent health choices, or possibly a new chapter post-farm drama? Let's dive deep into why Little People, Big World fans are so surprised by Matt's new appearance and what it might signify about his personal evolution. For nearly 2 decades, viewers have grown familiar with Matt Roloff's iconic appearance. His look has long matched his personality, practical, no-nonsense, and suited to the rugged demands of running Roloff farms. Often seen in simple t-shirts, work boots, flannel button-downs, and jeans, Matt's fashion choices rarely deviated. Fans also remember his signature messy hair and sun-worn face, a man clearly used to working outdoors. He projected a kind of grounded, authentic persona. Despite his mobility challenges due to dystrophic dysplasia, Matt was always on the move, often seen building something or managing the farm's many projects. His style and appearance mirrored this, all function, little flash. So when photos began circulating online showing Matt looking dramatically different, the LPBW community was caught off guard. The buzz began when Matt and Caryn shared a series of recent photos on social media during a sunny vacation in Arizona. Fans were immediately struck by Matt's appearance: trimmed beard, neatly styled hair, a new pair of stylish sunglasses, and, perhaps most surprisingly, a polished wardrobe choice that ditched the flannel in favor of a crisp button-down shirt and dark jeans. The responses were swift and impassioned. Wait, is that Matt Roloff? He looks so refreshed. I barely recognized him. He looks younger and healthier. Good for him. That Arizona glow is real. Caryn's influence, anyone? Speculation began to swirl. Was this simply a vacation glow-up, or something more meaningful? Fans were eager to understand the story behind this transformation. The Little People, Big World fandom isn't known for being shy when it comes to voicing their opinions. Reactions to Matt's new look poured in from all corners of the internet. Reddit threads, Instagram comments, and Facebook fan groups were filled with discussion. Some fans were genuinely stunned. I didn't even know it was him at first. It's wild how different he looks. Others were inspired. This is such a great reminder that you can reinvent yourself at any age. And of course, some couldn't help but joke Caryn must have taken him shopping and said enough with the flannel. There were even some more emotional responses. It's great to see Matt looking so happy. After all the farm tension, he looks like he's finally at peace. Matt Roloff's new look seems to represent more than just a style change. It may be a signal of personal evolution. Here are a few major reasons fans believe he's embracing this transformation. There have been hints that Matt has been focusing more on his health in recent years. In interviews and social media posts, he's mentioned walking more, spending time in warm climates, and working less on physically strenuous farm projects. Arizona's dry weather and relaxed pace may also be contributing to a refreshed appearance. The shift from Oregon's rain to Arizona's sun can do wonders, both physically and emotionally. Many fans point to Caryn as a big influence behind Matt's polished appearance. Caryn, who has always presented herself with style and poise, maybe encouraging Matt to step outside his comfort zone when it comes to grooming and fashion. It's also possible that the couple's upcoming wedding is playing a role. There's often motivation to glow up when major life events are on the horizon. Ever since the controversial decision to sell a portion of Roloff Farms, Matt has slowly been transitioning away from being the farm's central figure. That move came with some emotional fallout, particularly with his sons, but also seems to have offered him more freedom, and fans speculate that with fewer day-to-day responsibilities on the farm, Matt has more mental space to care for himself in new ways. Many fans have pointed out how inspiring it is to see someone like Matt, in his early 60s, choosing to reinvent his appearance and prioritize self-care. It breaks the mold that reinvention is just for the young. Matt Roloff is proof that it's never too late to try something new, take care of yourself, and shake things up. In a society that often views aging with trepidation, Matt's transformation has become a subtle but powerful example of aging with confidence and purpose. His choice to step into a new look may also reflect a broader emotional journey, one of healing, acceptance, and a renewed outlook. Of course, Matt isn't the only Roloff to undergo changes in recent years. Let's take a quick look at how his transformation fits into the broader evolution of the Roloff family. Amy Roloff has also gone through major shifts, remarrying, moving into a new home, and redefining her post-divorce identity. Zach and Tori have embraced parenthood in a big way, while also facing health scares and public attention. Jeremy and Audrey live mostly off-camera now, but share frequent updates with fans about their growing family and personal philosophies. Molly and Jacob have stayed relatively private, but even their limited appearances reflect lifestyle changes. Matt's new look is just one more reminder that this family, like all families, is constantly evolving, and fans remain fascinated by how each member navigates change. Matt Roloff's transformation also opens up larger questions about image, reality TV, and the relationship between public persona and private life. For years, fans have watched Matt struggle with everything from physical limitations to family conflicts, often without much focus on how he was personally feeling amidst it all. His recent style shift may be his way of reclaiming a bit of control over how he's perceived. It's also a reminder that even reality stars need a refresh, and that after nearly 20 seasons in the public eye, Matt might simply want to present a version of himself that feels more current, confident, and true. Why are fans so invested in this change? For many, Matt's makeover feels symbolic. They've grown up with the show, watched the Roloffs go through heartbreaks and high points, and have a deep emotional connection to the characters. Seeing Matt change his look can feel personal to fans, as if their own journeys are reflected in his evolution. It's also comforting. As one commenter put it, watching Matt grow, change, and still thrive makes me feel like I can do the same. This speaks to the power of long-form storytelling in reality TV. Over time, viewers don't just watch. They relate, reflect, and root for the people on screen. As fans buzzed about his new appearance, Matt took to Instagram with a playful but humble tone. In one caption, he joked trying out a fresh look for a fresh season of life. Thanks to Caryn for the style tips. He's clearly aware of the attention, but seems to be embracing it in stride, not over-explaining, but acknowledging the shift with a sense of humor and grace. In interviews, he's mentioned feeling lighter these days and more optimistic. That attitude is shining through in his style, smile, and confidence. With a wedding on the way and talk of dividing his time more evenly between Oregon and Arizona, Matt seems to be leaning into this next stage of life with energy. Whether or not the show continues in its current form, fans are hoping to see more of this new version of Matt, a man who seems relaxed, recharged, and open to change. There's also curiosity about whether his transformation might inspire other Roloffs, or even fans, to embrace some changes of their own. Matt Roloff's new look caught little people, big world fans by surprise. Not because a change in appearance is shocking on its own, but because of what it seems to represent. In a family saga defined by loyalty, tension, love, and growth, Matt's transformation feels like a turning point. Fans aren't just reacting to a haircut or a stylish new shirt. They're reacting to a man they've watched for years choosing to evolve, reclaim a sense of self, and step confidently into a new chapter. If there's one thing the BaBy fandom can agree on, it's this: Matt's glow-up is well-deserved. And who knows? Maybe we'll all be inspired to trade our flannel shirts for something new too. Would you like this as a formatted PDF, blog-ready HTML version, or broken into sections for social media posts? Little people, big world. Matt Roloff was a terrible husband. Why he's still at war with Amy? For years, Matt and Amy Roloff appeared to be one of reality TV's most enduring couples. As the stars of Little People, Big World, BaBy, they'd welcome viewers into their unique world as little people raising 4 children on a sprawling But beneath the charming family scenes and farm adventures was a marriage that, according to many fans and even the Roloffs themselves, was deeply flawed. The divorce shocked longtime fans, but the drama didn't end with their split. Even years after their divorce, tension still simmers between Matt and Amy, and many viewers argue that the roots of their conflict go all the way back to Matt's behavior during their marriage. Some fans have gone so far as to label Matt a terrible husband. So what really happened behind the scenes? And why do the battles between Matt and Amy seem to rage on, long after the cameras should have stopped rolling? Though Matt and Amy were married for 27 years, BaBy gave audiences early glimpses of their clashing personalities. Matt was a dreamer, full of big ideas and ambitions, while Amy was often the grounding force, practical, cautious, and focused on family life. On the surface, this balance should have worked. In reality, it became a source of constant conflict. Matt's projects often pulled time and money away from Amy's priorities. Whether it was a pirate ship in the backyard, a pumpkin patch expansion, or another ambitious farm renovation, Matt frequently dove headfirst into grand schemes. Amy, on the other hand, wanted a husband who was more present emotionally and physically. She often felt isolated as Matt threw himself into work, sometimes leaving her to manage their children and home responsibilities on her own. Fans began noticing that Amy's contributions were often overshadowed, while Matt got credit for running the show. Their communication issues were so profound that viewers often felt awkward watching their tense exchanges. Throughout the show, Amy opened up several times about feeling underappreciated. She didn't just struggle with Matt's workaholic tendencies. She also felt that Matt didn't value her opinions or recognize her role as a partner. "I often felt alone," Amy admitted in her memoir, A Little Me. Matt was there, but emotionally, he was absent. The book also described how Matt could be controlling, often disregarding Amy's input and making executive decisions without consulting her. Amy also claimed that Matt preferred the spotlight and had a tendency to prioritize public image over private integrity. While he came off as charismatic on camera, Amy suggested that behind closed doors, he could be dismissive, condescending, and at times even emotionally manipulative. Perhaps the most significant turning point in their marriage came when Amy suspected Matt of having an emotional, if not physical, affair with Caryn Chandler, his longtime farm manager. Caryn had worked with the Roloff family for over a decade and was a familiar face on BaBy. As Matt's assistant and close confidant, she was often seen by his side, sometimes even when Amy was absent. While Matt and Caryn denied any romantic involvement during his marriage, Amy has made it clear that she felt uncomfortable with the nature of their relationship. In A Little Me, Amy hinted at feeling betrayed, stating, "I saw messages, photos, and other things that should not have been shared between people who were not married to each other." The perception of a blurred boundary between Matt and Caryn was enough to fuel fan theories and deepen the divide between the exes. Whether it was a full-blown affair or just inappropriate closeness, it drove a wedge into a marriage that was already crumbling. In 2015, Matt and Amy announced their separation, and a year later, they finalized their divorce. For many fans, It felt like the end of an era. But instead of healing, the divorce seemed to intensify their conflicts, especially since they both continued filming BaBy and working together on the farm. Amy moved out of the family home, while Matt stayed and continued to manage the property alongside Caryn. Viewers often witnessed awkward and painful moments when the exes had to collaborate, particularly during pumpkin season or family events. Amy frequently expressed frustration with being on Matt's turf, and many fans sympathized with her sense of displacement. While Matt tried to maintain control over the farm, Amy tried to reclaim her independence, emotionally and financially. The result was a cold war, with neither side willing to fully let go. The BaBy fanbase has long been divided between Team Amy and Team Matt. But as more details surfaced over the years, public opinion increasingly tilted in Amy's favor. Many fans took to social media to defend her, arguing that Matt was selfish, domineering, and often insensitive to Amy's needs. Some viewers even labeled him a narcissist, pointing to his lack of accountability and the way he quickly moved on with Caryn. Others accused Matt of gaslighting, claiming he often made Amy feel like she was the problem, when in fact, he was the one undermining the partnership. Amy was never perfect, one fan wrote on Reddit, but Matt never really seemed like he loved her. Not in a way that made her feel secure. He loved control. Post-divorce, Matt quickly made his relationship with Caryn official. The timing raised eyebrows among fans, especially those who believed their romance had started long before Matt and Amy split. Amy, meanwhile, found happiness with Chris Merrick, a real estate agent she married in 2021. While Amy and Chris appeared much more affectionate and compatible, the tension with Matt didn't disappear. In fact, some fans argue that Caryn and Chris' involvement in Matt and Amy's post-divorce life has only complicated things. The two couples frequently appear together at family events, often with awkward results. Birthday parties, holidays, and even the Roloff grandchildren's milestones have been marked by visible discomfort between the exes and their new partners. If there's one issue that has symbolized the ongoing war between Matt and Amy, it's the Roloff Farms drama. After the divorce, Matt tried to buy out Amy's share of the farm. Eventually, Amy sold her portion, but not without significant emotional pain. She had built her life there and raised her children on that soil. Leaving wasn't just a business decision, it was deeply personal. Matt later listed part of the farm for sale, and when his son Zach showed interest in buying it, negotiations reportedly fell apart. Zach and his wife Tori eventually moved out of state, adding fuel to the fire that Matt's controlling nature had alienated not only Amy, but now their children as well. Amy has publicly expressed disappointment in how the situation was handled, and fans once again rallied behind her, calling Matt greedy and out of touch. What makes the Roloff saga so compelling and heartbreaking is that it's not just about a failed marriage. It's about family, legacy, and the long-term effects of emotional disconnect. Even now, as Matt plans a wedding with Caryn and Amy enjoys life with Chris, the wounds don't seem to have fully healed. The shadow of their failed marriage continues to hang over every episode of Little People, Big World. From property disputes to passive-aggressive comments on camera, the drama refuses to die. The Roloff family may never return to what it once was, and fans continue to wonder how much happier everyone could have been if Matt had been more present, empathetic, and supportive as a husband. Calling someone a terrible husband is a bold claim, but in Matt's case, it's one that many fans feel is justified. He wasn't physically abusive, and he certainly provided for the family financially. But emotional neglect, alleged infidelity, poor communication, and a hunger for control all contributed to a toxic dynamic. Amy has never claimed to be blameless. She's acknowledged her own flaws, but the imbalance in the relationship, especially the emotional labor Amy carried, continues to stand out. Even today, Matt rarely shows public remorse. His approach is to keep moving forward, often dismissing the emotional scars left behind. The Roloffs built an empire on love, family, and authenticity. But beneath the surface, their story is one of heartbreak, missed opportunities, and a man who many believe failed to show up when it mattered most. Matt Roloff may not see himself as a terrible husband, but for Amy and a large portion of LPBW's loyal fan base,